Let's do another sum based on angle of elevation, and it's a beautiful sum which you're going to do. Let's see the sum. It says two poles of equal heights are standing opposite to each other on either side of the road, which is 80 meter wide. From a point between them on the road, the angles of elevation of the top of the poles are 60 degree and 30 degree respectively. Find the height of the poles and the distance of the point from the poles. Let's understand this sum. It's very easy. Let's understand what we need to draw. You see, they say there is a road and there are two poles, right, on opposite side of the road, either side of the road, right? So there are two poles of equal heights, which are standing apart from each other on a road which is 80 meter wide. So we have a road which is 80 meter wide, right? The poles are going to be perpendicular to the road. This is what we have. It says from a point between them on the road, angles of elevations are formed. That means an observer is observing. What is he observing? The top of the poles. So he is observing top of each pole. But in the sum, we don't have the height of the person. So the height of the person is neglected. That means it is going to be a point on the ground. The angle of elevation to one top is 60 degree and the angle of elevation to the other top is 30 degree. The point which you take between the road, that is very important between the two poles. So when you're taking 60 degree, that point, the point which you're taking on the ground, that has to be closer to that pole. Then the angle would be bigger. If you see that, right? 60 degree, the angle would be bigger, right? Understood? Yes, observe this. So this is the angle and this angle has to be 60 degree. Now from here, the same person from the same point is observing the top of the other pole. The angle is 30 degree. The angle is smaller. That means he is away from the pole, right? This was the most important point here. So the point is not in between. If it was in between, the angles would have been same. The angles are different. One is small, the other one is big. That means remember, the smaller one is far away, right? That means the point is far away from there. And for the near one, the angle is bigger. Is this clear? This is the most important point which you have to remember here. Now draw the figure. Name this figure, right? We have to find the height of the pole. And also what we need to find is the point, the distance of that point from each pole, right? This one and this one. This is what you need to find. So we've named the figure now. So this is what you are supposed to draw, right? Now let's describe it. Here we know the height of the pole, they are equal. So we are taking it as h and h, right? H meter. And we know the width of the road is given to us as 80 meter. We need to find AE as well as EC. So we take AE as x. We need not assume EC as another variable, because if you look carefully, EC is nothing but, we can find EC is nothing but it is AC minus AE, right? Beautiful. So we know that it is nothing but we get the value of EC as 80 minus x. So EC is 80 minus x. So that means if you get x, you're going to get EC also 80 minus x. So two things which we need to find. We need to find h as well as x, and you get the sum solved. Very easy. Beautiful. Let's see, for h and x, they belong to one right angle triangle there. That is right angle triangle BAE. So observe that right angle triangle BAE. Observe there is an acute angle there. What is that acute angle? It is angle BEA, right? So for that angle, if you observe, what do we have? The opposite side, that is AB, and the adjacent side, that is AE. And when we talk about opposite side and adjacent side, the ratio which comes to our mind is nothing but tan. So we have tan of 30. So we write tan of 30 is equal to AB upon AE. And the value of tan 30 from the trigonometric table is nothing but it is 1 upon root 3. So we get 1 upon root 3 is equal to AB, which is nothing but h, and the value of AE, which is nothing but x, we substitute there. So what we get ultimately here after cross multiplication is x is equal to root 3 into h, and let's say that's our equation number 1. This is what we obtained from that first right angle triangle. Let's move on to the other right angle triangle. Observe that right angle triangle DCE. There we have another acute angle, that is 60 degree. Observe that. Now for that angle E, observe what is the opposite side there, that is CD, which we have there as edge, and the adjacent side we have an information, that is EC, right? So we are talking about opposite side and adjacent side again, and which ratio? Yes, the ratio is nothing but tan. So we use tan of 60. So we write tan of 60 is equal to CD upon EC. And the value of tan 60 from the trigonometric table we know is nothing but root 3. So we write root 3 there is equal to CD, which is nothing but h, upon EC, which we know is nothing but 80 minus x. We write that. So now we solve it further. So we get here that root 3 into 80 minus x is equal to h. right? Beautiful. And the value of x we know. The value of x is nothing but it is root 3h. We got it from equation number 1. So we're going to substitute there. So now we'll get that h is equal to root 3 remains as it is. Into bracket it will be 80 minus root 3h. Open the bracket now. So we'll get h is equal to 80 into root 3 will give us 80 root 3. Root 3 into root 3 will give us 3. So it is minus 3h. When we open the bracket now. So now let's take the h on one side. So we get h plus 3h, that is h plus 3h is equal to 80 root 3. That means we'll get 4h is equal to 80 root 3. So now we'll get h is equal to 80 root 3 upon 4. Do the cancellation there. We get h is equal to 20 root 3. And you know what? Now we have the value of root 3. What is that? It is 1.73. So we get 20 into 1.73 and we get the value of h as 34.6 meter. Now the sum is not over. You got the value of h. You need to get the value of the other variable, that is x2. Can we get that? It's so very easy because we know the value of x is related with h. We know that AE is something, that is x, that is nothing but it is equal to root 3 into h. That is root 3 into the value of h. You know what's the value of h? It is 20 root 3. We are not taking that value here. It is better we take it as 20 root 3 because then it becomes easy now. See, observe that very carefully. So we get root 3 into root 3 is 3. So we get 20 into 3. That means we get the value of x as 60. You got the value of x. X is done. Now once you get the value of x and the value of h, we got the sum. So now we can say that EC, the other. We got x, we got h. Now we just need to find that EC, that is 80 minus x. EC is equal to 80 minus x, that is equal to 80 minus the value of x, which is nothing but 60. So that is equal to, we get 20 meters. So now we can write the final answer there. Height of the poles are 34.6 meter each, and then we can say distance of point from pole AB is nothing but 60 meter, and the distance of the point from pole CD is nothing but 20 meter. That's the sum, a very important one.